Hey there, YouTubers. Do a USAC update here. This is my 55 Ford uh, pickup, the entry for the USACC group build. As you can see here, we have still utilized the chassis. We have done a lot of modifications. We have edited the back there definitely to accommodate a 4-link drag style suspension for this thing. We've had to do some tubular work in there. I didn't like the independent Corvette rear end, plus I'm putting a really big tire on it. I'm still not sure yet if I'm going to cut these the battery box and that fuel tank off of there yet. I think I'm going to, and then try and print a fuel cell for the back. The old crappy Mopar front suspension that they had in this kit, which was very primitive. Of course, this is a monogram kit, so there's a lot of things with these kits, but I don't want to be negative, but it's not a very desirable kit, I can say that. So I've put a lot more work into this than I was expecting to for this build, but nonetheless, you know, it's being very positive, learning some stuff, trying a few different tricks here and there. So we ended up going with a tubular style Fox body suspension, K-frame, and the struts. Let me pull this drive shaft out. So we flip it over there. So we went with a strut front end. We'll have the rack and pinion in the front of it too. We've got half of the support bars in there. The other half will go to the firewall when it's all together. So, and there's the rear suspension that we've had to make the frame, edit that, clear the tires, and clear all the suspension as if it was working. So, with that there being said, I will show you where we're at with the body work now. Hang on one second. Alrighty, we're back. I decided to just quick throw the body on the chassis. So as you can see, she's sitting on all four wheels. That's going to be the stance. It's as low as I could make it. I've shifted the rear fenders up. I've altered these front fenders. The wheelbase is technically a little bit longer. I wanted to get a different proportion on that front fender. I didn't like the way that was. So yeah, right now we've got the truck and primer. Last night I did a ton of sanding on this thing. It is, like I said, it's not a very desirable kit. These monograms lately have had a lot of inconsistency, I think, with tooling, or the tooling's old or something, but a lot of big ridges on this thing. So of course nothing's glued down, nothing's really lined up that good, but you get the gist. It's going to be neat for what it is. Like I said, I'm trying a few different techniques in this kit. It's going to be pretty cool. So I don't really have too many 1/24ths. This is a 1/24th. This is just the primer. I do believe I have a color that I'm going to roll out with this thing, kind of a dark blue. You can see here how we've changed up for the front suspension to clear the inner chassis. For the strut system, I also had, last night I was cutting in the live stream there. Let me do this. I know I'm making you probably dizzier and shit, but in the live stream last night, everybody was taking the bumper off, and I decided I started just cutting up some styrene, and I made a bumper out of styrene, kind of give it a little bit more of a pro modish rake in the bumper, so it's got an angle in it. It's got a wicker bill on the front. Not 100% certain that I'm going to use it yet, but I don't know. I'm just trying to be a little different. A lot of the guys too are flipping the hood forward. Now the stock hinge that it comes with that goes through the firewall, that is dorky. It's not really to scale. So yeah, it works great when you put it in there and flip it forward, but I didn't want that either. So I think we're just gonna use it as a lift off. So I've already filled all the holes in the firewall. So I think we'll just treat it as it's a fiberglass replica lift off style hood, being this is kind of going for the drag and drive type event. Here's some of that chassis work. You can see that it's tubbed. I stole that rear end out of a old Christine drag car. So we made that rear end work. And then I'm going to modify the back bumper here. And then I'm going to, instead of, a lot of guys are taking it off, building a roll pan, I'm going to shorten up the bumper and suck the bumper in, and we'll leave a little bit of a bumper on it. So just to be a little different than what a lot of guys have done. But I needed to get it in primer. I had done so much sanding on this thing that it's hard to see what's flat and what's what. So this way here, I'll give this primer. I've already baked it once with the little Susie Bake oven there. We'll give the primer a little bit more time to harden, and we will probably block sand it. We'll see where our low spots are. Like I said, we did a lot of cutting on this thing and a lot of sectioning and gluing. So not compared to some of the other ones I've seen. There's one that's, I mean, it's got different quarters. I mean, man, that guy really chopped that up. I can't remember who that was, but nonetheless, it's going to look cool. I know I've seen a couple where the doors are working. I thought about that, and then I just, I opted out. I'm not going to, this is not really my favorite kit. So I'm just basically taking some lemons and trying to squeeze some lemonade out of this thing. So with that being said, I just thought I'd get on here, do a little update of my USACC 55 Ford project, and we will let everybody go back to enjoying their Saturday. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to work. I got a sick puppy over here, the manager. Here, I can show you quick for you dog. See, the manager is not feeling good, so she's a little under the weather. So she's still out here representing, though. She's managing the shop here. So that being said, I'm gonna get off here and get back to work. Talk to you everybody later. Have a good day. Bye bye.